You have proved that you fight well. Now you can join us.
Keep cups. Wake up, check your phone. Ignore the alarm. You're still alone. Wake up, rewind the night. Who are you? But also kind of who am I? Wake up.
Deja crezco.
Ándale.
There you go.
Estás mejor.
Wee.
How are you?
Good, and you, buddy? I missed you.
I'm doing better. I'm getting
That's
rid of
good.
some allergies. It's been like crazy here. They have a lot of that mountain cedar.
Oh, so it just makes it
Insane.
worse.
Oh my god, dude! The other time I got like this crazy sneeze attack where I couldn't even stop, and then Oliver and Matilda are looking at me like,
What the hell?
like,
You know,
can I help you?
every time you sneeze, your heart stops.
Oh no way! Well, my heart's
Yeah.
already
Yeah, it was
used to it. I'm
stopping.
sure.
It's like, oh, whoa.
My heart's already used to it. I'm sure.
It's like, oh, she's just having a little attack.
Oh, she's just sleeping because she has
Ay, You're crazy.
She's like taking little naps every.
She's fine.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of F and Adulting. My name is Lorena.
And I'm Crystal. And you've been sleeping good, huh? Obviously.
Yeah. I took. Oh shit! I forgot to bring my book that I bought. I bought a book. It's called "Set It and Forget It," and it's about sleeping.
No way.
I
Does
bought
it make you sleepy?
It made me sleepy because I read it, and reading makes me sleepy. So I'm like, damn, this book is good.
Yeah, like I love it. It's working just great.
I just read like 9 pages and I'm already sleepy. Nah, this works.
Everyone should get it.
Everyone, it's yeah.
That's good though. Well, I mean,
I'm recommending this book for sure.
Girl.
One of the guys that I see on YouTube, he's like a DIYer or whatever, DIY.
Mm-hmm.
And like I love watching his, his YouTube channel and his videos. And then he posted one like recently talking about how he has like a really huge problem with insomnia.
Yeah.
When I think he had gone to London for a trip or whatever, he said he didn't sleep for like a few days straight, and it started from there. Like he doesn't sleep at all. Like he'll sleep like a few hours or like
Crazy.
he can go days without sleeping, and it's like it's become a problem. So he started saying like how that book has been helping him out or whatever. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get it. And then I got it and I started reading it before like while I was laying in bed. And I'm like reading it and I'm like, all right, this is good.
This is really
this is really good. Yeah, like so I fell asleep because it made me sleepy, but that's because anything like like when
you read it calms your mind.
So I'm like, maybe I should just start reading before bed, instead of looking
good.
at my phone
Videos and you just stay more up, all wired.
Yeah, because you start like I don't know, like in the middle of the night, I just start thinking about like crazy stuff, like like just random shit, and you like searching stuff and like,
and then you go into it more. Yeah, that happens.
So it's like it sucks. So I should just start reading, and then I started taking again some melatonin.
Yeah,
because I would take it before, but then I started getting like a lot of vivid dreams.
Oh,
where I would just get really scared. Yeah. And then now I have vivid dreams still, but they're funny, But the thing is that I start getting sleepy like around 8 or 9, and then I'll take it by 11 or whatever. I'm like knocked out. Like I'm already like by 9, 10, I'm already knocked out, and I wake up like at 4 in the morning. I'm already like, okay, I'm ready and I'm fine.
That's crazy. I don't know how you can wake
and
up.
I'm like, okay, like I'm all fine. And
what do I do?
What?
Who's
yeah,
there?
but who's there?
Squirrel.
I'm like the only one awake,
Yeah.
It's funny. But yeah. So I've been sleeping well, which was good.
That's good, buddy. Because I know you don't sleep a lot.
Yeah, so that's
It's
good.
good. Keep
And how are
reading.
you doing?
I'm doing good too. Just working. Well, I finally went back to work from the last time. Remember, I told you
Yeah,
I was off because of the whole COVID shit, and they've been having me work like a lot. So just working.
that's good.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I don't mind it. So I just had a few days off. Remember, we are supposed to record yesterday, but
yeah, we forgot.
we both forgot. And then today, so that's good.
So yeah, I don't know. I've been feeling a little like winded, and I don't know if it's because of the COVID, like an symptom
What do you
that
mean
stays
winded?
with you. Winded, like when se te va el aire mucho.
Oh, okay. Catching your breath. Like you get
Yeah,
up and then you're like,
yeah,
yeah.
like last time I went to take the dogs out. No, no. Well, yeah, when I take the dogs out and come back, it's fine, you know. But like I went to the store shopping or whatever, and well, I went grocery shopping, so I had a bunch of bags that I had to carry. So I usually like grab a lot of them, right? And I'm like, it's
Hmm.
heavy and everything. And I swear, like after like when I was done, I literally had to like I felt like I was gonna black out. And I
That's
literally had
crazy,
to
but
lay down on the bed and just like kind of
catch your
chill and
breath
like catch my breath and I'm like I've never felt
like
this
that before.
bad, you know? Like I know before, like because I
Is
smoke or whatever, but before COVID I never used to get like that, you know?
is
And
it
then
getting
after
better or is it just something that still keeps happening? Like
I think it's still getting it's I mean it's still happening, but not I think I just kind of take it easy.
that
Yeah.
maybe it is. It might be I went again and go get tested after
Uh-huh.
the whole week and well after yeah, like a week, like 7, 8 days. And I came out positive again.
Yeah, that's what
And I was like, okay, so I probably shouldn't go until after more time. But I feel fine. But you know what? At the end, right before I went to work, I lost my sense of smell and taste. Like I could literally not even smell anything, and I'm like, oh, what the? And I would be eating, like trying to like sniff, so I can like taste
Just
it. You know how, like,
like
But I
I
mean,
remember how it smells and how it tastes.
yeah, and I was just kind of like, damn it. But it went away already. Like,
Oh,
oh,
that's good. That's good
yeah,
because that's the worst. I feel.
it is because you want to eat and
Well,
taste.
'cause yeah, I remember having it, and I was just like, "Oh my god, I hope I get it back," because it's like when you're eating and you don't taste it,
Like,
you
it's
just
good, but
don't.
you don't taste it.
You're just like, ugh.
Like, you're
You're
like,
not
wait,
even
what?
satisfying yourself. You're just
No,
like, it's not satisfying. It's not,
it's
you know.
not.
Which is like, I know I have stuff in my mouth and I know it's supposed to taste good,
And
but
I know
I
it tastes
can't taste
good, but I
and
don't
it's
know
just
how good.
mush now. And it kind of grosses me out, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like if I can't taste and I know it's in my mouth and I'm eating something and it's mushy or whatever, and I can't taste it, so I'm
You
not
start thinking
enjoying it,
about
I
it.
start like thinking, and it's grossing me out because I can't enjoy it, you know?
Yeah,
So it's funny. I don't know.
that is weird. That's kind of, I don't know. Like, I probably try not to think about it
Yeah.
because I could see where it could like, get gross. Like, you're all thinking about it and it's a little ball of food just
Just
all
there,
mushy
like,
hanging out in your mouth without any flavor.
right? So
Yeah.
you're like, what the hell?
Yeah. You're like, what is this? Did I put something in my mouth? No, just all right. So moving on, guys.
So moving on, we went to a little drive-through baby shower
Oh,
today.
that's right. How was that?
It's just like we drive.
Did you just throw the gift to the kid or bam?
Congratulations!
It's all heavy.
Congratulations! And then you just take off.
You throw the whole bike out. Pow.
You
Oh,
peel
it's a baby
out.
shower. Oh yeah. Phew. Didn't even know who it was.
Suckers. Okay. No, yeah, it was our friend's baby shower. They're gonna have a baby in
Oh,
February.
okay, cool.
So and the girl's tiny, dude. She's tiny. Like her belly is tiny.
The
And
baby's
I'm
gonna
like,
be
she's
tiny too.
already gonna, it's already here, the baby,
And yeah, and she still looks so
and she
tiny.
still looks tiny, but she's a
Just
tiny
for her
girl. She's
body.
a very
Yeah.
petite. But yeah, it's so cute, and I'm like, wow. Like it's crazy because you look at them and it still seems like it doesn't hit them that like oh my god,
They're about to have a
But
yeah.
yeah, but you can still tell like their faces are just like what's
They're
happening?
scared,
What's
confused. Yeah, like
happening?
what is going on and why?
Yes, and like and I start thinking like, wow, how would I be?
Or
Like
when does it
just
sink in?
yeah, I
Like when do
think
you realize it that
when do you
you're
realize
having a
like, oh
baby?
my goodness, like this is baby is mine and I get to take it
Yeah, and
home
you're
and
never gonna be able to sleep again. And
oh,
what's
I
okay
don't
for
care about
you? As I
sleeping.
said, it's okay for you, but like being alone, like spending time with yourself, like that's gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, like it's so
You're
scary,
like
like to think, like you know what I mean, like they're so forever.
there's no more me time. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
there is. I mean, you
Well,
can
yeah,
still
I'm sure
have
there will
your
be. I guess
but
you
it's
can
just
make it's scary though to think about it.
it's exciting. It's a lot of it's like I feel
You think
like
so?
there's a lot of new experiences that you get to like
Well, I'm sure. Yeah.
because
I just I don't know.
it's like you find someone, you get married, and then after that, it's like okay, whatever your career, you find someone, you get married, and then it's like okay, and after that, like you travel or whatever, get to know each other more, and then you have a family or whatever. And if you don't, then whatever. But it's just like I feel like it's a what do you do when you don't have kids? So do you just travel and take, like your career and it's
Mhm.
like I don't know. I think I would want
Like you're
to
ready to have a kid,
like I would want to
basically.
experience life through somebody like another baby, like a baby,
I mean,
like relive your childhood through them because basically that's what they
yeah,
do. You show them you know, like how to
that's true.
play, how to
Well, it
talk
sounds,
and
I mean, it sounds nice. Like, I think for me, like, just the whole process of giving birth,
no,
it's
but
so
then that's what I've
freaky.
heard. Like, oh, that's
It's
nothing.
scary.
They're like, that's nothing. That's like,
But
I
I've
think
also heard
it's,
bad stories.
oh, pues sí. I mean,
So it's kind of scary, and then you watch it and then,
pues sí, pero tampoco you can't be like, thinking negative. If it happens, pues ya, ni modo,
I would
pero,
rather just, I mean, like, for example, my girlfriend has kids, you know what I mean? And
yeah.
like, let's share your kids.
You
Share your
would,
kids with me.
yeah. So, I mean, you would
You know
still
what I
have
mean? So,
experiences like,
yeah.
like relive your childhood through them and you just view life through their eyes and like how you're
Like, oh,
like
I remember,
you're looking
like,
at
it's,
someone growing up in front of you and you're just like wow, like they're doing stuff that you're like man, was I like that when I was a baby, like
yeah,
yeah, I
definitely.
don't know, it's just something new and you're just I just start thinking I go shopping for like stuff or baby stuff, and then you just look at them and I'm like, oh my god, I would
They're
want
so
this, and I want
cute.
this, and I want
Yeah.
that. We saw
I mean,
some
I've
cute
done
little
that.
socks that are like this tiny, and you're like,
They're
oh my
so
god,
cute.
what?
Like, imagine, dude, like,
These
it's
little
so
tiny
tiny.
thing.
Like, really,
So
a little foot here.
me entras y como que
Yeah, and
and
así
I'm
también
like,
me
oh my
pasa, like,
god,
or like a little Winsy, like there's some cute ones, dude.
the preemie ones, they're super
They're
tiny.
super tiny. Yeah. So I don't know, but
So I get all like, oh my god, I want one.
I think just because I don't know, it just reminded you of like having a kid, going to the shower. So maybe you just
Yeah.
feel that way now, but
I
but I
don't
don't know.
know. I mean, I don't know. I just don't know. I would want to.
I think you would be a great mother too.
I think I would be a good mother.
I think so, honestly.
That kid would be lucky.
Yeah.
He
And
would
then
be
you cook good.
lucky.
You could good. You
Yes.
cook good, so you'd be
The little
very
kid would
lucky.
be like eating frijoles y huevo
Frijolito, huevito
when he's
con
like 6 months.
saliendo del hospital. Mira un
Ándale,
huevito, mijo.
un huevito molido así.
¿Verdad? Saliendo.
Ah,
Mira, un huevito.
le hice un huevito con tortillas. ¿Quieres tortilla?
Y un jalapeño enseguida irá. Y para que pique.
Y un jalapeño. ¿Quieres un toreado?
Mira, también lo tengo aquí, te lo preparo. Mira, nada más lo caliento aquí un poco que se tueste.
A ver, las
Y luego le
tortillas
echas.
se me queman.
Que esté un poco soft para el baby. ¿Eh? La estás quemando, va a quedar dura. That'd be so cute.
Volteame las tortillas.
Ay, ay. A ver, ayúdame en algo. Pues ponte. De volado te vas a quemar. Mira, así de volada.
Ya se cayó, ándale.
Ya cuando seas mi edad, mira, ni lo vas a sentir. That's funny, chinga.
Y luego le compré un mantelito, ¿cómo se llama?
Sí. Un mantelito, toma. Caminador, ándele. That'd be cute.
¿Cómo se llama?
An apron. Para que no te vas a saltar la grasa. Chingao.
No, it's not even funny because there's some TikTokers, some ladies that have their like, what are they like, 9 months, a year? I don't know. But there are
Cooking
these little
stuff, huh?
kids who can't even talk, and they're making their own food.
What?
It's crazy because like she has like she made this cute little kitchen, like their height and everything, you know. They have
And
the
they cook.
sink, they have a little and they cook for themselves.
What?
And like she'll put them in the stove and the little kid's probably like 2 or 3.
Are you serious?
And he's making huevitos.
You
I'll
gotta
show
send me. I
you.
think you
I'll
sent
send
me
them.
one that they were making a little kitchen, but I didn't see them cooking.
No, yeah, they're cooking.
What the fuck?
They cook
That's
their
crazy.
own huevitos. Nothing crazy, right?
Pero algo chiquito still, yeah.
But
That's
it's so cute
crazy.
because she's like she'll show them how to do it, and then cuando están chiquititos, you know, and they're
That's
like
crazy.
the little kids making like peanut butter and bananas or whatever, and he's like trying to hold the butter knife. Y
Ay.
como que, or like,
Pues se le embarran todos
se le
lados.
embarra así feo. So the lady's like helping him out. Y ya después
Ah.
él solito. And then he goes into the refrigerator and grabs a little, like his drink.
Oh my
And
God,
it's
how
so cute, dude. And then he goes and sits on the table by himself. Y ya se come. Se prepara su comida y va y se come.
Qué bonito.
Very like independent. So
Ay,
cute.
pues like, oye, si el mío está. Ay,
Ay, chingado. Yo cuando cocino,
Chinga,
cocino
oye,
para todos.
pues yo les doy a ustedes, dame el tuyo. A ver, hazte unos pancakes.
Este es mío.
That's fucked up, huh?
Yeah, but it's crazy.
That's
I was
cute,
amazed when
though.
I saw it. I was like, wow.
That's
You
cute,
know?
though.
And then you see like these ladies with babies, like newborn babies, like days old, and they're having them poop. Like these babies really never really wear a diaper because they potty train them as soon as they come
That's
out.
crazy.
And they start like seeing how they start knowing their baby, so they know when they're gonna go poop or whatever or pee, and they go take them to the little potty
Toilet, so they can
poop.
start.
Yeah, so
That's
they never really
crazy.
wear diapers.
Wow.
Isn't
I
it
think that
crazy?
takes talent to know when your baby's about to pee.
You get to know them. I think.
I'd be like, oh, too late. Oh, shit. Damn.
Yeah, the routine, I guess. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well,
Or
yeah.
they wear diapers. I'm pretty sure they wear diapers, but in the beginning, you know.
Maybe the
You know
pull-ups.
who did that and who has a book on that. She comes out in Amy, la de Big Bang Theory. She did that to her kids.
I didn't
She
even know
taught
she
them
had
how to.
kids.
Yeah, oh yeah, she has kids, and she wrote a book about it, and it's pretty much like telling you how she did it.
That's crazy.
That
That's kind
her
of
kids
cool.
never wore
Diapers.
diapers, and she's like,
So
imagine
she
like
saved a lot
never
of
wearing
money.
diapers, like never having to be like
Ay,
there,
así
like
hizo
nobody
popó, lo va a
wants
limpiar.
to, like
Yeah.
nobody wants to be carrying their poop around, you know, like even kids, you know,
Yeah, that's
or
true
their
in their
pee.
butts.
So then, like, she's like, imagine the freedom of like having your baby like go to the restroom whenever they
And even
want,
like
and
I
they
said,
know how
like
to say, like,
the money they save too, like they're expensive, dude.
yeah,
Like hell no.
imagine. But
And
imagine like teaching your child like how to say when they have to go pee and they're
oh
like super
yeah,
small,
that would be great.
like with sign language, or like you just kind of like, I
You
think
need to
it's
pee
just like
pee.
a, like, you know, you train yourself to know like when what to look for when they have to go, you
Oh
know,
yeah.
and then eventually they start telling you like I have to go, and then
And
they
then
eventually go
you
by themselves, you know.
it's
How
cool.
fun. I how fun.
How dreamy.
How
Eh?
dreamy. Anyways, to snap you back into reality. I'm just kidding.
Ouch.
Bob
Whoa.
Saget. Oh my god, I feel like every episode we've been talking about someone passing away.
That's true.
Bob
You
Saget
have
passed
been.
away.
That is crazy. The guy from Full House, no?
Yes.
That's sad. I grew
That
up
is
watching that
sad.
show.
Me too. And it's like it's sad because you're like, fuck. He wasn't even that old, you know? He
Mm-mm.
also, I think he died. I think he passed away in his sleep as well.
What the
So,
hell? Guess
and
it's that year.
it's crazy. And yeah, like I just
Poor
remember watching
dude.
him like Full House, and you know, you just, I mean, not growing up without a dad or whatever, you know, you just kind of watch these shows and you're just like, oh, like I remember watching this, and
He was such a good dad.
every show was like a lesson, and you know,
Lesson
and he was
learned.
such a goofy, funny guy, you know.
He
And
was.
outside of like of his character or whatever, I hear like I was listening to like a lot of his celebrity friends or whatever, or comedian friends, and they all like speak very highly of
Highly of
him
him.
and say
Aw.
that he was such a good man, and he was always like happy, and like Jimmy Kimmel was, before he started his show, he wanted to talk about what happened, right? And he was saying that he knew Bob Saget like for the longest time, right? And that he's like him and the wife, they were like the couple, like if they would go to a party, like a part, you know, any like a celebrity party or whatever,
Mhm.
you would see them, and that was like the couple that you would go to, you know, and
Like to go say hi to or what?
you would go say hi to them first and stay with them because they were that couple that were just funny and like
Outgoing,
welcoming,
just
and you just want to stay there with them, and you know.
that's cool.
And yeah, he was like a very, like a really good guy, you know. And it's just sad. It's sad that
It is.
the, you know,
Especially like I said, yeah, well, you grew up with that show, like when we're little, watched
yeah,
it until they were teenagers. Cause like it starts off when they're little, and then like
yes.
he's super young and then
And then they
you
had
just grow up with them.
the Fuller House or something. It's like a new,
I
like
never
a.
saw that one to be honest.
I never saw it either, but I don't know if he came out in it or not. But
I don't know.
so there's this TikTok going around about, it's a podcast. They're called No Filter Pod. And they're like guys. They have a podcast, right? It says, "Enjoy the controversy." New YouTube video out now. So it's the No Filter podcast, and they have one where the guys are talking about. He's pretty much saying, if he has a wife and she has a kid or whatever, and she lets herself go, that he would pretty much like call her out on it and be like, "Oh, you need to do something about it." And if she doesn't, he would leave her
The fuck? That's crazy.
because he feels like they keep up with themselves, like, because he has to be attracted to them. And if they don't, then he would pretty much, he says, "I say if my wife lets herself go after I have kids with her, I'm going to tell her once. If you don't get your shit together, I still want to be sexually attracted to you."
That's kind of crazy though, because that's where like love comes in.
You know?
I feel like if you love someone, like it wouldn't matter. Like,
I mean,
like you're gonna be attracted to the person
so
no matter
this is
what.
definitely going around. People are not retweeting it, but like twitching or whatever you do, whatever these people do.
Yeah.
I forgot. It's not. It's like retweeting or whatever, but like on TikTok. And so they're like, "What the hell?" Like, what is up with these guys? Like, how could you
Yeah.
be so shallow like that?
But like, believe it or not, they still get girls. Like they, for some reason, girls like shit like that.
They're idiots.
Well, I mean, I didn't want to
Like, how
say it
does
that way, but
how does someone make you feel like, "Hey, bitch, I just had your kids," like my
exactly.
body is never gonna be the same as before, you know? I'm not like these celebrity people that go and have surgery right after fucking having a kid, and then they start working out and they say that they fucking lose weight because they're working out, which we all know that that's not true. They
Well,
fucking
yeah,
have all these fucking things that they can do. Or you can work out, and go back to even better than before, or whatever, but that's not a guarantee. And if I'm giving you children, I feel like you should respect me. Like, you should
exactly.
respect
Yeah, that's why I said that's where like love comes in. Also,
you
like
should respect what my body went through, and you should respect me emotionally, mentally, because it's a lot. It takes a toll on everything on a
that's
woman.
true. Yeah,
Because a man doesn't really understand that, because yes, they become a parent once the
but
baby's
their
here,
body doesn't
but
change
their body
because of
doesn't
it.
change. Their hormones don't change. I mean, maybe they can get like symptoms, because some men do. Like, they get like what do they call, like, cravings and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, they get cravings, but I mean, who
But it
minds
doesn't
cravings?
compare to what the woman's body is going through. You have a living kid, a baby inside you. Your
Exactly, and you
hormones are
stretch out
changing.
and everything.
Your body is
Obviously,
not gonna be the same. So it's like, "Oh, get your shit together, bitch. I
you're
just had a
like, you get your shit
baby.
together.
You get your shit together." How the fuck? And why would I ever want to be with someone like that?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's they're idiots. Whoever's gonna be with them.
And like, I
It's
wish,
like
like,
stupid comments like
honestly,
that.
I wish if anybody would be with these type of guys that are that shallow, that don't
Then you
understand that
deserve
they
being
see
like,
no, that they see them before they even have kids with them, because I would feel bad for them,
well,
you
yeah, but
know?
why would you feel bad if you know, like, if you know you're getting yourself in that situation, like, in that situation, I give birth and like I can't get my shit together. Like, why would I even get sad? Like, I knew, you know what I mean?
No,
Like, I
I'm
was stupid
saying,
enough to,
well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I hope
yeah, for
that
the
they
person,
find
yeah.
out who the guy really is
Yeah, well, yeah,
before they even think of having kids with them.
exactly.
Because it would suck to, like, think that a guy is like, "Oh, he's nice and everything," and then you have kids with them, and he's like, "No, bitch, you need to fucking be skinny."
Like, yeah, and like,
And you're like,
no,
"Well,
fool,
shit."
you just put a baby in me. Like, it grew inside me. Like, I stretched because of it, like, because you put a baby in me.
It's insane. And it's like, I don't know. I feel like guys just don't understand sometimes that even like they tell you, okay, you can't have sex after 90. I think you have to wait like, what, 90 days or I don't
I
know
don't
how
know.
long, because then you can have a baby, you can end up pregnant right away.
Yeah.
So I don't understand. Some people, some guys are like, "Why did you get pregnant so soon?" or whatever. And it's like, well, because you can't keep your fucking penis to yourself. You know, like
It
how the
is, but
unrealistic expectations that they have for
they're
women.
stupid.
You know, and I just don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't get it either, but there's gonna be idiots out there.
No, and then it's insane because I was talking to a friend of mine who listens to this guy on YouTube. He has like a program, and the guy has a show about like I don't know if I told you about it. He talks to women, or he talks to to women. I guess he gives them advice on how to get like a man, like an A, like oh,
That's weird.
like how do you get like women who are like oh, I need I don't want like a regular guy. I want like a guy who makes money and what do they call like a quality guy, whatever. Like like a businessman who makes money and how do I get someone like that, to be
Mhm.
attracted to me? I want some so he'll like tell women and he'll rate
How to
them.
do it.
He'll rate them from like, like what do you rate yourself from 1 through whatever? And then he'll be like, "No, this is why you haven't gotten a." He calls them a fucking. I don't know what he calls them,
Well, he's in it. I mean,
but
honestly,
it's
like,
like these women
why are you
call,
even?
like they
Yeah.
go and they're like, "Oh, I'm a professional and I make like fucking six, whatever, um, and I want a man who makes that much or more." I'm tired of dating losers or whatever, and I feel like I should be I'm worth having someone by my side who makes more than whatever.
Mhm.
So then he's like, "Well, why do you think why? Tell me about this. And how much do you weigh? And look at you." And like he like breaks down everything.
Yeah, like he
And I'm like,
makes.
these bitches are fucking stupid. Like, why the fuck do
Yeah,
you even
exactly.
care? What the fuck do you why do
Like,
you
what
even
he
care what this
thinks? Who
motherfucker
cares?
thinks? And why are you subjecting yourself to like someone
Exactly, but
breaking
it's
down
their
what your
fault. It's their
worth?
fault.
Like, no, you're breaking down my worth. Like, oh, you're a 9 here, but you're a 5 over here, and
Like, you're
like,
ugly or
no,
something.
bitch.
Yeah.
Yes, and
I don't
I've
know.
listened to it, and I think it's so ridiculous.
And then the girls are just as
And the
ridiculous for
girls are
calling
just
in.
yes.
God,
And I'm like,
Jesus.
why do women do that? But apparently, it's a big thing.
I guess.
I know it's so dumb.
I eat morons like you up for breakfast.
So yeah, that's what I've been.
Poor dudes. Yeah. Well, poor chicks too, but fuck.
Yeah.
It's just crazy to me, like how I don't know, but it's whatever. Anyways, I
No, it's not whatever.
well, I mean,
Like
it's
I
not
feel like
me,
it's so
but
sad that
it is
like
sad.
you're teaching your daughters, your nieces, your nephews, or
That
your
all that
niece
is okay.
that
Yeah,
you put value on shit like that when it's like what? At the end of the day, that shit does not fucking matter.
it doesn't.
You know?
But oh well.
And it's sad because these women are and they're intelligent, they're worth, they're worth it, but it's just
But because the guy's telling them they're not, they're not. You know what I mean?
imagine you'd be
It's
like, "Oh, what
stupid.
am I worth to you?"
Nothing. Oh,
And
okay. I
what
knew
type of
it.
guys can
Eh,
I get? What type of guys can I get? And
Imagine.
it's like, really? If you have
Stupid.
to ask, If you have to ask someone, that means your level of confidence and your level of
It's really bad, yeah.
self-esteem is really bad, you know?
Like mine's bad, so I could just imagine how bad theirs has to be to literally get, some kind of, advice from an idiot. But whatever.
It's insane. I don't know. So yeah, he's like, "Oh, listen to that guy, whatever." And I'm like, he is so annoying. First of
He's
all,
an idiot.
I'm like, I couldn't watch more than like one episode because he was fucking annoying. Like, who makes him like the
Well, the girls do
fucking
because why are they even calling? Like, obviously, he has a job because of them.
and like like the thing is that all these women are like hating on him and shit. And I'm like, okay, some of the things he says, that's like, okay, I get where he's coming from, but at the same time, why the fuck would I even ever
Like, think about.
put myself in that situation where, hey, what do you rate me for? You're like, why do you think I'm not getting like quality man or whatever the fuck? I don't give a fuck. Like, you know,
Yeah. Like, fuck
I'm
that.
getting
Fuck
the
all that
quality,
bullshit.
you
Like,
know.
that's why. You calling in, that's why. Because your confidence.
Anyways, what are we going to talk about today, Crystal?
Today, about confessions.
Shut your mouth.
People's confessions, whether
Confessions.
they're funny, whether they're sad, whatever.
Just anonymous confessions.
Yes. Some of them are gross and some of them are just normal.
Really?
Yeah.
Good thing they're anonymous.
Yeah. Because I think a lot of these people would be like, people will probably talk. I'm sure they talk shit to them already. I just didn't read the comments, but
I was reading one that he was saying that he was 30, like in his late 30s, and he would still eat his boogers and
oh,
and eat his scabs.
that's disgusting.
Like he did that as a kid, but he still does it now.
That's gross. I could just think about that guy, Gold Member,
With his little scab.
his skin. That's gross.
I got some from Reddit, but then I had some other one from
Yeah, I had some from online too.
Thought Catalog. I got some from there. This is
Right.
from Reddit. It says I'm putting my extremely profoundly disabled 7-year-old into a residential facility so I can forget he exists. I'm not sorry.
What?
Says and this one actually I had listened to it already. There's a Reddit confession kind of thing, TikTok. A guy comes out and he says like dark and disturbing confessions, and I had heard this one and I thought it was like kind of sad.
Yeah.
Says I can't tell anyone this, even my therapist. Lambast me if you want, or maybe I even deserve it. I only ask what you would do if you were in my situation. I'm a single mom of two boys, 12 and 7. My husband passed away 3 years ago in a work accident. A very large portion of me believes it was a suicide. I can't see him ever making the mistake he made that caused him his death, as he had taken an action just before that which ensured his co-workers weren't in the room. I fully believe he killed himself because of our younger son, and no one will ever change my mind. We were told when I was pregnant that he would have Down syndrome. We could handle that, even if it was severe. It turned out that he has chromosome deletion. His disorder is kind of rare, so I won't post which specific one, but suffice to say, he'll never be anything more than he is now and he has ever been. And what he is nothing. He doesn't appear to have any awareness and never has. His eyes are locked in one position. He doesn't respond to noise, touch, or pain. He is total care. He is capable of nothing. He is a, he is tube fed and on oxygen. He is in diapers and he will be forever. He makes no sounds, no attempts to communicate. He never even really cried as a baby. He has never made an attempt to interact with anyone or his environment. I'm not upset because I got a special needs imperfect child. I feel the way I feel because this thing takes up 200% of my time and does nothing. Oh, that's hard. I didn't get an imperfect child. I didn't get a child. I don't love him. He doesn't have any
Damn.
personality. There is nothing to love, and yet I'm responsible for him. In addition to his extreme delays, he's also medically fragile. Respiratory crisis, fecal infections. His autonomic nervous system doesn't function properly. Issues with his G tube, infections, pressure, sores, no matter what we put him on or how we position him. Our older son has suffered because of his non-existing existent brother has colored everything in his life. He's had medical care get delayed because there's only one of me, and his brother is more critical. We do have a visiting home nurse, but only 20 hours a week, and we aren't eligible for more. I was starting law school. I gave up my dreams and my plan for my children for this potato. My older son can do a
Shoot.
lot of things he wants to do because of the need for care, the younger's need for care and appointments. The final straw was I heard a sound. I went into son's room to check, thinking he had forgotten how to breathe again, and saw older son hitting him and screaming, "You're why I don't have a mother. You're why I don't have a father. You're
Oh.
why I can't have friends over. You're why I can't be in sports. I didn't ask for you and I hope you die."
Qué feo.
Instead of being horrified, I watched. The younger son just did not react. No signs of pain or fear or upset. No reaction at all. He breathes, but he is not alive. He doesn't know who I am. He doesn't know who older son is. He has no sense of self, life experience, or awareness of his surroundings. He doesn't need to be in my home. He doesn't know or care where he is. He is genetically my son, but he is not family. My previously abused, brain damaged cat who can't walk straight has more personality and is far
Damn,
more
dude.
lovable than my child. In fact, I was looking forward to raising a Downs baby, even one with severe impairments for that reason. With disability can come gifts. This boy is not a gift. He is a genetic mistake. I can read.
That's horrible though.
He is a genetic mistake. I probably should have miscarried, and would have definitely terminated if I'd known he would be like this. And the flip side is he has awareness. He's miserable, and there is nothing I can do. If he has likes and dislikes, no one knows what they are. If he is in pain and he can't tell anyone. If he wants anything, he can't communicate. He's had every imaginable therapy, nothing has made a difference. And so he's leaving our home on the 29th. I feel excited and relieved that and then guilty because I know we'll be happier with him gone. He's already taken my husband and my son's father. He was working so much OT to pay for the cucumber's care. Wow. For the experimental therapies, insurance wouldn't cover because this one was going to be a breakthrough. He was tired and defeated and disappointed. He sought counseling and but I don't think he could ever say the words, "I don't want my son in my home either." He's ruined my older son. I was so wrapped up on the younger, I never realized how ignored and damaged the he was. He lost his father too. I didn't just lose my husband. He is my priority now. And this malignant lump can be someone else's problem. At least they'll be paid a wage to care for him. At least they'll get a break from him when they punch out. I just want to never think of him again, and I'm not sorry for that.
That's crazy sad.
Hmm.
That confession. Why would you confess to something like that?
Even reading it,
Pues sí, está
it's
cabrón,
hard just
dude.
reading it, to myself, and it's like, what? Like, I could, and I can understand her, but then I can't understand why she is so mean about it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like maybe it's
Cruel,
something she
like
should have.
it's cruel.
And
Like
I get it. I mean, it's hard. I'm sure it's hard and a lot of work, but not to say stuff like that, dude. Like
like
that's ugly.
cucumber, like
Potato.
potato, like lump. The fuck is wrong with you? Imagine someone fucking saying that to you.
That's why I say, dude, that's it's kind of too beyond fucked up.
That was the saddest confession I've ever heard.
That's why
I
I said, like,
mean,
she probably should have stayed shut, like, shut her mouth about it.
if you don't know the baby, like that's the thing. It's so sad because you're like, the kid can't really tell you what it's feeling, what he's feeling, what if he's in pain or not.
Oh, well, yeah, that is sad.
That's sad. But I mean, there's ways of knowing if you're feeling pain when you're like in the hospital. They have ways to
Machines.
tell if you're in pain or not, or if your brain is functioning in a certain way, or if you're responding to things. So I don't know why.
I don't know either, but it was
Because
fucked
your
up.
brain, you
You
know,
can connect, yeah, they connect a machine to, like, whenever you're having some kind
your
of,
brain
like,
waves and
activity in your
stuff. Yeah.
brain, it'll show you.
So if
I don't
he
know.
doesn't have any activity in his brain, so why, like it's true. Why keep him alive? Like
That's true.
you're not doing him any favors by just. But I feel like some people keep their kids alive because they're attached to them, because they love them, because you take care of them and
Just
you
the way that
love
she
them.
spoke, though,
But the
doesn't seem
way
like
that
she
she
did.
spoke to him, she was like, whatever. Like she didn't
Yeah,
want
like
to
she
get
didn't give
rid
a
of
fuck, so
him.
I don't know.
It's sad. That was a sad confession.
It was.
I couldn't. I was almost gonna cry. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I put you guys through that.
All right,
You're
this
really-
one is from Thought Catalog. It says, I hate myself 7214. So last night, my stepdad, mom's ex, who basically still takes care of me,
Hmm.
her, my brother, and my mom's current boyfriend, had to sleep in my room because he had nowhere else to sleep. He can't sleep on the recliner downstairs because his back is screwy. My stepdad and I have always been close. We have slept in the same bed, and we had to ever since I was little. I wasn't worried much until I remember last summer. Last summer, I was staying at his house in a different state. We were cuddling in bed and he started to finger me.
Mhm.
I was sort of lost in a couple of minutes, and then to get it to stop, I told him I had to go pee. Then I went for a smoke outside and he came out and apologized and said he felt really bad for it. I told him it was okay, but deep down inside, I felt disgusted with myself and I wish it had never happened. He was here this weekend to drive my mom's current boyfriend to a different state that they are trying to move to where he wants to get a job. They all got really shit faced drunk yesterday. Now my stepdad drinks all the time. He's drank ever since he was little, and I've never really noticed anything different when he drinks, except he's really horny and touchy with me. We were laying there and he was cuddling me from behind when he started to feel my ass. I tried to ignore it, but he stuck his hand down my pants and panties. He fingered me for a while and he had his other arm underneath me and wrapped around my neck, holding me against him. He moved to go down on me and I told him we should sleep. So we did. He left today with my mom's boyfriend, and I just feel so gross for letting it happen. Just so gross and sick feeling. I can barely walk. My knees are weak and my stomach hurts. I want to tell my mom, but it's so embarrassing and she trusts him. He's been around since I was little. I'm a teenager now, under 16. I don't know if giving my exact age matters, but that's what happened. I had to tell somebody because it's eating at me.
I read that one.
That's crazy.
That was one of the ones I was like, it's a little too dark.
The other one was darker. What do you mean?
Oh no,
I
there's
was
no,
like,
yeah, that one was dark. The first
I
one.
was like, damn, that shit was dark.
That one, well, yeah,
But
I saw a lot of them like that, like a lot of like, oh, I was sexually abused and stuff. And I'm
oh
like,
no, that's crazy.
those are a little dark.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, okay, yeah, it's the thing is that
it is dark.
she's 16 and this happened, last year. So
Yeah, so
she's still underage though.
exactly.
And it's the fucking stepdad.
Stepdad, yeah.
Like,
I would have
I
said some
don't
shit.
trust. I just wouldn't trust men.
Especially
Period.
sleeping in the room. Like,
Cuddling? Like, who the fuck cuddles with the 15, 16-year-old?
exactly, that pig does.
No, you don't do that. And then the mom, like, why the fuck does she allow this?
Exactly. That's why I just say, like, it's not normal.
That's
I
not.
don't
And
think
it's
it
like,
is.
I mean, the mom se hacen pendejas. Es like que se hacen pendejas.
I think
I
so,
mean,
dude,
she's
because
not
you
with
should
them anymore,
know.
but why the fuck would you let them?
Let him go sleep in the room with your daughter, your young daughter.
Like, I don't trust anybody that much
Even
to
if they
fucking.
grew up together, like, still, you
Even
don't
if
tell
they're
someone
like
to go sleep in the same
close.
bed with you. Like, no.
No, you protect your daughters, and that's somewhere that
Like, go sleep in the
that's their
carpet or on the
private.
floor.
That's their private
Exactly.
privacy. Like no,
But
but some people are fucking ridiculous. I don't want anything dark, okay? But the next one, it says I killed an elderly man in front of my wife of his wife.
oh shit.
Oh my god, I don't want anything dark, okay?
All right.
They're funny and silly ones. I'm just kidding. I have forgotten about these. So they killed an elderly man in front of his wife and basically his entire family. It says, I haven't talked about this to anyone, even though it's been years. Even my closest of friends, minus the ones that were there. One night when I was in college, I was driving to get some liquor for a party my fraternity was supposed to throw the following night. I was taking a street I was very familiar with to get back to my house. It was dark, but the street was lit with street lamps. I remember that I looked at my radio for a second, just a second, not very long at all. When I looked back up to the road, there was a man crossing. I didn't have any time to react. By the time I saw him, he had already hit the hood of my car and bounced off the side. I remember screaming and hitting the brakes, the watch of horror of what had just happened. I'll admit I had thought about speeding away, but I pulled over to the side and ran out of my car to check on the guy. When I got to him, his family was standing outside the restaurant he was leaving, and they were all screaming and crying. He was laying on the side of the road with blood coming out of his nose and mouth. Two
Oh
other
shit.
men were standing with him trying to see if he was all right and calling 911. All I could say all I could say was I didn't see him. I was frantic by the time it had set in what I had done. I sat on the curb across from the family and listened to their crying and agony while they waited for the paramedics to arrive. I sat there and sobbed while the paramedics took him away in an ambulance. I don't believe I've ever cried so hard for so long. The worst part about all of it, and what still kills me today, was that his wife came over to me while I was distraught on the curb, sat next to me, placed her hand on my shoulder, and said, I was married to him for almost 50 years. We had a good life. Then she
Oh,
hugged me and said that she forgave me. After everything was said and done, it was ruled that it was an accident. I wasn't charged with anything, and I had one of my friends pick me up from the police station. I went down a dark path the years after that. I drank heavily, dropped out of college in my senior year, and had moved back in with my mother and father because I couldn't hold a job. Even tried to kill myself with pills. It was a hard road to recovery, which I
Damn.
feel I'm not fully recovered from, nor do I feel I ever will be the same. But eventually, I got my back in order. Joined up with
Damn.
the Navy and saw a bit of the world, and now I'm on track to go back to college and hopefully finish what I started there. It took almost a decade, but I finally start to feel almost whole again. I'm back to hanging with my friends and actually going out. So maybe there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And it says, "Wow, you guys are awesome. Thanks for the support and feedback. I've never really posted anything on Reddit before because people can be assholes, but all these kind words are moving."
Oh,
That is, I
that's
mean,
crazy. I
that's a
mean, that's
that was an
sad
accident, but you can just imagine, like,
how it can mess you up, man. That's crazy.
I had a really horrible scare one night, and it was an evening, and it was raining. Confessions. I'm just kidding.
What happened?
But no, like something similar to that, but obviously like didn't go past that like scare. But yes, I was driving and it was like when it's sprinkling like after raining. So your windshield is kind of like whenever you're driving and then you go into like a little shopping center, there's all these lights and like cars are coming this way, like, and you're going into the shopping center.
Yeah,
I was going into the shopping center. There was another car coming this way where the lights was hitting and there was still like
you couldn't
rain on
tell.
the windshield.
Yeah,
So it was so I couldn't see. Like I couldn't see. So good thing I was going really slow because I was entering the shopping center. That there was a couple and it was an old man. And I swear to God, braked. I broke. Was a brake? I hit the brakes right at the guy like touching my car.
oh shit.
And it was an old man and the lady was like pissed off. She's like, "What the hell? Watch where you're going, whatever." And I like honestly like thank God I was going super slow.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I would have,
Faster, you would have hit
I would
him.
have hit the man.
Shit,
And I
buddy.
remember like pulling over and like getting off my car and like apologizing to the lady. Like they had gone into their truck or whatever. And I remember like saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't see." I was, like it was like a blind spot. Like it was weird. It was like when you're
Yeah, yeah,
blinded by the light, like
yeah. The glare.
the glare or whatever. So I couldn't see anybody on this side, and that's where they were walking. And I remember like being so like it was like one of those scary moments where you're just like in shock, like fuck, I could
Yeah,
have
like
killed
fuck.
someone.
Yeah,
Or I could have really hurt someone. So it was like sad.
it would have still been an accident though. Like it's not your fault.
We'll see, but who's gonna be able to prove that? But I mean, it's not like I'm recklessly driving.
Yeah, exactly. Or you're not drunk, so and you
Yeah,
stop to check it out. So
but either way, like just imagine, pobrecito,
we'll see, dude.
knowing that you
Cabrón.
caused someone's, you know. And then the lady saying like, "We were married for 50 years, and
That's sad.
I forgive you." That's
Bullshit.
sad.
Fuck.
Anyways, no more dark
Just saying.
confessions.
All right, let me get another one out. Let's see. Which one was it?
Don't give us any dark ones, Crystal. I'm just kidding. Mine are all
This,
dark.
what is it? So this one's from I don't know. I don't know how to say it.
Anonymous.
It's anonymous. It's called "I poked a hole in a condom and purposefully fully got a girl pregnant to prove I wasn't gay." This was the late 80s and I was 14 to 15 and things weren't great, a great time for a gay teenager. Not that it excuses what I did. I was so afraid of being outed that I started a relationship with my then best friend's sister. My friends were constantly messing with me about not having slept with her and calling me gay. They were just joking, but I took it so serious that I convinced her sex and I poked a hole in a condom, hoping to get her pregnant so that I'd have proof. She did end up getting pregnant, and when I found out that the reality of what I did really hit me. She just thought the condom didn't work, and I never told her I did it on purpose. She was forced to go to an alternative school and eventually dropped out to have the baby. Her and her family moved away with the baby, and I never kept in contact with them. I've always felt like a piece of shit for ruining her life and abandoning my kid. Yep,
Dude, just to prove that you're not gay. How does that? Gay people can have
exactly.
kids too.
Exactly.
How the fuck? That doesn't make you not
Well,
gay. It makes you. It makes you
stupid.
fertile.
Oh,
Oh my
yeah.
god, it's so stupid. And then you fucked all. You fucked. I mean, she knew what the fuck she was doing too, but you know.
But that was evil,
But
you
I mean,
know,
the thing
putting a
is
hole
that
in it.
it's like, yeah,
But fuck it,
like
I
she used
guess.
protection for. But then it's 99. It's 99.
Well, yeah, but that was pretty. Like, I'm sure she probably
That's
wouldn't have been pregnant if he didn't do that.
yeah.
So,
That is fucked up.
mm.
That is fucked up. Just to prove someone wrong, you fucked
Exactly.
over some other person.
And you fucking ruined somebody's life. Yeah.
And all the things that she could have
Karma's a
been.
bitch.
I have one. I slept with my daughter's ex boyfriend. He got me pregnant and I had an abortion. They got back together and got married. This was back in, let me think, maybe 1997. I was 38 and my daughter was 18. And she was
Damn.
dating Harry, who was 24. I was an alcoholic and dabbled in other drugs, mostly cocaine. I was not a good person, let alone a mother. Not like I was abusive to my daughter or anything, but I was generally inattentive and cared more about my alcohol and drugs than her, especially in her teen years. I am 14 years sober now. I disapproved of my daughter dating Harry, but I never told her why. He would flirt with me constantly, and the age difference also creeped me out. Also, he was an alcoholic and drug user, just like me. She broke up with him over his alcoholism. Soon after, she moved away, not too far, but regardless, she didn't live with me anymore. Harry kept calling me and asking if we wanted to get drinks. I turned him down, but then one day he said he had a bunch of coke and I couldn't resist.
Oh,
He came
God.
over, we did the coke, and we ended up having sex. He was a very good looking guy. He looked a lot like a ridiculous 80s Justin Bieber picture that was on the front page today. That is actually what made me think about him. For the next few months, maybe like 3 to 4 months, he would sometimes come over and we would have sex and do drugs and get drunk together. Any drug addict knows what that is like to have a drug addict buddy in that way. Then I got pregnant. I knew it was by him. I had sex without a condom a few times stupidly. I never told him I was pregnant and I went and got an abortion and kept it a secret. Anyways, I stopped seeing him after that. It was too weird. Also got sober for like 4 months before relapsing. Fast forward 2 years and my daughter contacts me and tells me that she got back with Harry and that she is fully sober and that he is fully sober. I was mortified, honestly. He was going to tell her that we slept together and she is going to hate me for life.
Damn.
They came over one day and said hi. And when my daughter was gone, Harry told me that there is no reason to tell her about what happened. I agreed. It's been
Damn.
16 years of marriage on their part. They got a kid together. Harry got cancer and then beat it. I got sober. That's basically it. I don't see them very often. They live in Texas and I live on the East Coast. But whenever I do, there is always that tension between me and Harry. It's literally the first thing that comes to either of our minds. I can just tell, not like sexual tension. Like, why did we have to
What
do
we
that?
do, yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with us kind of
That's
tension. I
crazy.
think about it. I think about this often, especially when I say my grandson. I always think that could have been my son if things had gone
Dang,
differently.
yeah.
But wow, what a disaster that would have been if I decided to keep that child.
Shit, that is crazy.
That's like fucking novela.
That is a
I think
novela,
I've
dude.
seen a novela.
That's crazy.
Fuck, dude. White trash. I'm just kidding.
Chinga,
Why
dude.
honky honky
That is
trash?
crazy.
Just kidding.
Just
That's funny.
kidding, buddy. Hey.
Just kidding. That's insane, right?
That is insane. Like,
Imagine sleeping with your. Well, the thing is that they were okay. He was 24 and the girl was 18, right?
yeah, but the mom was 30 something.
Yeah. So she was 38, her daughter was 18, and the guy was 24. Okay.
Still kind of crazy, though.
Pero de todos modos, imagínate.
Ya sé, güey, no manches.
The guy's probably slept with the daughter y la estás ahí de. Ay, no, qué
De
asco.
calientía haciendo drogas, like, I know that's not an
But I
excuse, but I get
mean,
it, you know, like,
drugs. Yeah.
drugs do make you do stupid shit.
Hey, both of them were on that shit, you know? So that's insane.
That is crazy.
Fucking
Hopefully he
crazy.
never says anything, and hopefully she never says anything, but
No, that would destroy the girl.
that would. This one is called Confessions. Yeah, this one it says it's from bar 7818. So this is kind of gross. All right.
Okay.
I have to get this off my chest. This is history now, but when would masturbate and my dog would always try to lick my penis until eventually he did. This happened so many times too. I will push him away with my hand because I was so close to busting, I didn't bother to care enough if he did. This became a habit of him trying to eventually until no wait, him trying to eventually he licked my balls. I could have pulled away, but the horniness in me couldn't stop. I would even give him ham and franks. I made too many mistakes each and different time gaps. I should start carrying legs though, because I can't do anything about. But yeah, it should have never happened. This is my confession.
That's
That's
disgusting.
gross. Mama, that's gross.
Oh,
That
wow.
is disgusting.
That is gross.
Well, oh
Or
my god, it is.
you sexually abuse your dog. That's disgusting.
That is disgusting.
I found my brother's suicide note on Reddit and didn't tell anyone. When I was around 14 or 15, I found my older brother's Reddit account because of a secret Santa package that got sent to us. I, of course, wanted to snoop onto his account, so I checked his history and found all of this posts for the past month had been to r/depression, so Reddit/depression. One post mentioned how my family, including me, were out of town due to me playing sports. That was the night he said he would finally commit suicide. He mentioned either pills or knives, and it still haunts me to this day. I was obscenely scared when I found this post and was home alone and vowed to myself to never let anyone know that I found this. To this day, my parents do not know and have tried to keep me in the dark about his struggles and with mental health as much as they can. And my brother most definitely does not know. The only person who knows is my now long term girlfriend and now you guys. I feel awful for never telling anyone in my family, and I feel like this has taken a toll on my own mental health, which in itself is not in a good state at all. I just want to thank whoever dissuaded my brother from committing suicide that day. He doesn't know how much of a positive impact he's made on his life or on my life. And you kept him around so he could further that impact. So he could further that impact. Oh,
Yeah,
that's sweet.
that is sweet.
Good thing. And sometimes it's good to put stuff like that because you never
Yeah, it
know.
is. All right, this one doesn't say from who it's anonymous. Also, I
Mm.
let my best friend get taken advantage of while she was blackout drunk.
That's fucked up.
Last night was a friend's birthday, so me and a couple of others went to a pub, had a couple of drinks. One of the people's there was D. He came late to the party because he didn't finish work until 11. So S is my best friend. By the D showed up, she was drunk, but she could still remember everything that was happening. When D arrived, he got S I don't know what WKD is, which is only 4%. I don't know, it's I guess a
Oh,
drink. She
yeah.
put it on the table we were sitting at
Whiskey?
and went to go
Mm.
pee. I guess it was a drink. I'm not sure which
Uh-huh.
one though. She was gone for no less than 5 minutes and then came back to drink it. Within 20 minutes of her drinking it, she was blacked out.
Mm.
She can't remember anything past the moment. We suspected it may have been spiked, but we have no proof of such thing. Then we both go outside. I follow I follow because I know what is about to happen. S is trying to tell me to grab something from her to make me go away. I know she is way too out of it to make logical decisions, yet I still left to go pee. I came back and they are making out. Mind you, D is completely sober, having no less than 2 Coors Lights. We all go out there for a couple of minutes before going back inside and leaving them alone for maybe 20. And within that time, D came in looking for napkins because S had thrown up. When it was time to bring S home, she could not stand by herself. She didn't know where she was, who she was with, or how she got home. She was throwing up and she was confused. We got her home and she was safe. But I could have stopped that. I knew what was going to happen when I legit and still left. When I what, legged, LEGT, I don't know. And I still left. I'm supposed to be her best friend and I let her get taken advantage of. I could have done something, but I didn't. And I feel horrible about it.
Fucking
What
horrible.
a bitch. What a
Para qué crees,
bitch.
amiga? So sí.
Pues no, ¿quieres?
That's why I haven't really talked to those other girls. And when I went to the
Exactly.
fucking thing and I was so fucked
Oh,
up, I'm
that's
just
right. Yeah. I remember now who.
you don't let people that are your supposedly friends get that fucked up or know that they're fucking that their shit was spiked and they're
Exactly. Like, especially if she was your best friend, like,
like, why
that's
would
obviously not
you?
a best friend.
You don't give a fuck.
That's
Like
fucked up.
that could
Yeah.
happen to you. That could happen to your daughter, and you're like,
Like,
imagine
letting it
your
happen.
daughter fucking goes out with her best friend, and that happens to her.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Like, she's fucking blacked out.
if you can, as a fucking woman, like protect another woman from these fucking idiots, and then still be cool with these fucking guys.
Then,
Like
yeah,
you're not. What the
you're not
fuck's
a
wrong with
friend.
you?
That is fucked up
Just
shit.
like not even like a friend. It's just like being a human. Like it's human nature to try to protect someone.
It is.
Especially when you're
Especially if you
when
know
you're that
they're blacked out.
vulnerable, like when you're vulnerable like that, like you're unconscious and you're not like there, and having your best friend
Yeah,
like
like,
turn out like
and she knew even, like, she even
just
says
be
on the
like,
confession
okay,
that she knew she was blacked out and
fuck
she knew
that
what was going to
bitch.
happen.
That's fucked up.
Yep.
My sister has special needs and has PWS. She just stabbed me in the arm with a pen. She is physically 19 but mentally 6. It's getting to the point that my 60-year-old father can physically control her. She is verbally, physically abusive. As I typed this, she is throwing stuff around in her room. This is the part where I say that despite it all, I love her and she's brought this family closer. Well, I don't, and she hasn't. If I ever got pregnant, and I will most definitely have tests done to detect for congenital abnormalities if there are any, I won't hesitate to abort. My mother says I wouldn't because it'd be my baby and I'd love him or her too much. I'm 25 and I have thought about this a lot. She is wrong. Every day is a struggle and I'm just supposed to forget that she's a fucking monster. Yes, I'm well aware that she can't control it. A lot of people don't know what Prader-Willi syndrome is, but I can tell you it sucks. I don't even pretend to love her. I avoid her because she is mean. Oh, I mean,
What a meanie. A meanie. Well,
yeah, she probably can't control it, and it sucks because this sucks, because you
yeah.
don't
Well, I guess
know.
I could, yeah. I guess,
She wasn't as fucked up as the lady.
yeah, that lady was
That lady was
fucking,
a fucking
that was
monster.
horrible,
I
like
wasn't
dark.
crying while I was reading it. That's how bad it
I think
was.
we've read it before because I remember
I
when
think
you
I
said
told you about
potato.
it. I told you about
Yeah,
it.
I
I
think
told you about
so.
like, oh my god, I heard this,
And that was pretty crazy
and
the
then
first time. So now
just
the second
reading
time.
it. It's insane.
This one's kind of fucked up too. This one's I am catfishing my boyfriend right now. We've been together for 3 months. He always tells me he would never cheat. I don't believe him because he's a flirt by nature. So I decided to put it at test. Today I told my best friend he doesn't know about her OBV. I don't know what that is. To add him on Snapchat and flirt with him. He flirted back
Obviously,
instantly.
no.
I don't know. Oh yeah, obviously. I guess. He flirted back instantly. She asked him if he was single and he said recently divorced. So yes. What a dick. That's what he gets though. She also asked if he would be down to come over tonight at 11. He said sure. He talked to her about eating her pussy and how he will bring condoms. He literally just started talking to her today. He knows nothing about her and he's already about to fuck her. I feel shitty for
Damn,
administering this trickery, but at the same
bad.
time, he fell for it. So we're both bad people. Either way, I'm going to go to her house tonight. And when he shows up, I'm going to open the door. Surprise, bitch.
Surprise, bitch.
So, yeah.
Whose pussy are you gonna eat, bitch?
Who the fuck?
Your pussy ass. Get the fuck out of here. Oh my god.
That
I
was actually
mean,
the last one I had, but I mean, it's kind of fucked up, but he fell for it so quick. Like, bitch, like, I probably wouldn't be with that person anymore.
oh fuck no. That's it.
Like, that shit happens. And if he shows up, especially,
Yeah, that's fucked up.
it is. Let's do
Well, I
something
mean,
like that. Let's do something like that.
at least now she knows, like,
Yeah, that's
because
true.
I mean, you could be like, oh, well, I don't trust him because he's flirtatious or whatever, but you don't have any proof. And like
And now
this, you
she
have
does.
proof. But then at
This
the
is
same time,
why.
you're like, why do I have to go through this when I already knew? Like when you
That's
sense
true.
it and you feel it, you're like, why am I even fucking putting up with shit like that?
Yeah, exactly. That's
Like if
true.
I'm
That
already
makes more sense.
like, why do I have to go through all this bullshit?
Like, you already see the red flags, but if you want
But
more,
like, oh no, I need to know for
I
sure.
need evidence.
But I mean, whatever. I mean, some people do need it, just for like,
I
because then
guess
if
it's
you don't
whatever.
have it, then you leave out and you're like, well, what if he wasn't cheating? What if it was all in my
Yeah, but
head,
still,
But
like,
now
if
you're
it's,
like,
I don't know, it's still kind of weird, but I
I
mean,
don't know.
for her, it worked out. So,
Okay, me va a chingar estas cuatro de volada.
es Toño.
Dice, I want my best friend's girlfriend for my own. I've known the girlfriend for much longer than I know my best friend. And we have always clicked as close to a soulmate as possible. But then we met my best friend, and he's my best friend because he's just like me. And I love him like a brother because he's the platonic equivalent. But I can't stop thinking about her. She's a goddess. Think Taylor Swift with the fuller figure. She's impossibly perfect. I have no doubt that she is as good as humanity has to offer. I want her, but I can't lose my best friend that I have ever had. I don't know. That's why.
Aw,
It's so sad.
it is sad.
That's why would
Poor
you
dude,
lose?
but at least he's keeping his. best
But
friend.
you never know what happens later. You know,
That's true.
he sounds like he's young. I don't know. Another one. I had sex with two Bangkok hookers without a condom. I came inside one
Oh.
of them while the other one was sucking my balls. This was the greatest sexual experience of my life, and I regret nothing. And that was a badass confession.
Damn.
um, I recovered physically from anorexia for about a year now, and since I've gained 100 pounds. I went from 120 to 220 because, like so many girls, I developed a binge eating disorder and I began purging. But contrary to popular belief, purging can't get all the calories out. And when I noticed I started gaining, I just lost all hope. And now I'm at the peak of my highest weight. I am completely disgusted with myself. I want to be able to diet the healthy weight and lose weight properly. But now every time I see any food or it touches my lips, I become so disgusted with myself. I have to cover the mirrors in my bathroom when I shower because my body makes me want to cry. Oh,
Oh,
it's like body
that sucks.
dysmorphia or body like
I
that's so
know, dude.
sad, dude.
So she was 120 and she went up 100, well, 220,
Well,
right?
because she had anorexia and then
That's
she,
crazy.
yeah, she went. So she recovered from anorexia, and then, well, during
She
that,
ate a
she
lot.
gained 100. But that's because she started, binging. Binge eating, meaning like she would just
Eat, eat, eat.
eat, like, you know how, oh, they don't eat for that long and then they just eat.
Eat a lot, yeah. That sucks
No,
though.
that's so sad. I've been in a relationship with my boyfriend for about 3 years. It's pretty serious, I suppose. Since the beginning of it, I had been devastatingly attracted to his best friend. In fact, I've been attracted to his best friend longer than him,
Damn.
and I haven't gotten over it. I know it's just hormones and lust, but it hurts sometimes to know that I might have made the wrong choice, and that I can never and it can never be changed. Please note that I do love my boyfriend. I really do. I just can't get over this stupid attraction to his best friend. Sad face.
Oh,
That is sad. And
that
when
is.
it
That
comes to
sucks for
like
the
best
boyfriend.
friends or like brothers or
Hanging
like
out all the time and you're just like, what?
I think I would
That
just break up with
sucks.
him.
That's what I would have probably done too, like break up with him
Not like to go out with the best friend or anything. I would
and
just
then
break
go
up with
head off on that.
him. I
Yeah, so you wouldn't
years
have to
later,
see
just so
years
I
later. Hey,
would
what's up?
just so I wouldn't have to deal with it anymore,
Deal with that. Yeah.
Just
Because it's
imagine
always gonna be there. It's not gonna go away until
you do something.
no,
And
because
then
obviously you don't care for
but
your
sometimes
boyfriend.
sometimes if you do something then eso te lo quita.
Pues sí, mira, te lo echas de volada y si no te gustó, pues no te gustó. Ay, ay.
Ay, ay, ya, no, nomás me estoy quitando las ganas y ya.
Y ya, no es nada malo que tratemos.
Digo, ¿cómo vas a ver?
Ese es el único modo, voy a hacerlo.
Digo, you
Me
need to try
perdonas,
something to
pero
see if you like it or not, ¿verdad?
I'm trying to save our relationship.
We're doing it for our relationship. Okay, the last one, and then we'll leave. It says nothing would make me happier than a very attractive member of the opposite sex track me down and blackmail me into having sex with them, and then developing mutual Stockholm syndrome feelings for each other. I
That's
read a
fucking crazy.
I read a fucking lot of feminist literature. I am a super pro women's rights, but still, I want to be desired by someone I find desirable to the point where they are willing to break a lot of the societal rules to have me.
Wow.
Bye.
I guess.
Imagine. Oh,
I
I want
mean,
someone to want me so bad that they don't fucking care.
like, who cares what happens?
They want to stalk me and
Like, they're outside. Hey, I'm outside staring at you or something creepy
that
like that.
that turns me on so much.
That's kind of scary.
That's so cool.
I mean, I'm sure like somebody's
Hey,
had that thought. It's not that crazy because I'm sure there's a lot
it
of
could
people
be
like
a
that.
very like very kinky role play kind of thing, you know? You be
It
my
could be
stalker. Just
like, hey,
pretend.
call me from outside.
Tell me you're looking at me through my window.
And use these binoculars. And I'm gonna change, okay? Just call me as soon as you see me take off my shirt.
I'm gonna leave my panties there so you can get them.
But get them with your mouth.
And I want you to sniff them when you get them.
Ew, that's crazy. That's intense. But do it slowly.
Do it slowly. And let me
Like
hear
let it
you from
all
the
go in.
let me hear you from the next room. I want to hear you do all that.
That's creepy.
Oh my god, these people are crazy.
I don't know.
Oh,
I mean, the last ones weren't that bad, but we started kind of dark.
it was
Well, we weren't even
sad.
supposed to, but it did. It started.
It
Oh
was
well.
like
We can't control it.
we can control it. People have dark confessions.
Yeah, we just read what they put.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
It is, buddy.
All right, buddy. I'll let you go.
But
So
it
you
was
can
a good
so you can have your fun.
have a little bit of sex. I'm not just kidding. No, I'm playing, buddy.
Confessions.
Confession. Okay. Hey, make sure you blur out my face on that.
You're gonna be like blur out with the
With a robot.
with
Robot
the
voice. And I'm gonna. Okay. That'd be cool.
That'd be funny.
Blur my face out though. Just
I
wait.
will. Nobody will know it's you.
Okay, cool. Alright. You can still see the same color and everything that I'm wearing. Is that Crystal? No, it wasn't
doesn't
me.
change anything.
I know. You just leave a little bit of blurry, like you can still tell it's me.
Is that yeah? No.
No, it's not.
No,
It's not her voice.
It's anonymous.
It's not. She just popped into the video.
It's anonymous. You
She
can't even
automatically
tell.
sat in her chair. All right.
Time to be alive. Start a podcast. Become a DJ. Try and fill the void inside. I'd be lying if I didn't say that sounds nice. Wake up. Check your phone.